One Kansas City Church is doing its part to curb gun violence.
Reverend Jenny Wells of Central Presbyterian Church joins us this morning with an event to help community members safely and anonymously surrender their firearms. Good morning, Reverend Wells. It is good to see you again. We had you on last year.
Yes, good to see you. Thanks for having me back.
That's great. Yeah, it was awesome to have you back.
Yeah.
This was a really good event last year. And to remind everybody, what was the inspiration behind this event?
Well, so Guns to Gardens as a national movement started after the shooting at Sandy Hook. And our catalyst for wanting to start this sort of event here was the shooting at the Super Bowl celebration last February. So after that, we talked about gun violence in our community during worship at Central, and it became a bigger conversation than just on Sunday morning. And we talked about Guns to Gardens and what other communities across the country were doing.
Yeah.
And the congregation at Central said, we want to do that too.
Awesome.
So walk us through this process. How does someone safely surrender their firearm?
Yeah, so we're asking people to bring the firearms that they want to dispose of unarmed,
Yeah.
so no ammunition,
Yeah.
in the back seat or the trunk of their vehicle. They will remain in their car the whole time, so that's good news if it's raining tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we have volunteers who are shepherds who will walk with them through the entire process. So there will be no wondering about what's happening next, because there will be someone there to answer all of those questions. We have a firearm safety team who have been trained in how to check and clear the firearms of any ammunition. And once they're cleared and considered disarmed, we will pass them off to our dismantling team, who will take them apart and then put them into a chop saw and cut them into pieces.
I've seen this live, by the way. I did a story with you guys last year, and I mean, it is incredible to see what they come up with. I mean, what they make out of it and how they break it apart. You actually brought some stuff. You want to show us what you've got here?
Yes. So Guns to Gardens is grown out of a verse in Isaiah. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning tools. And so we are taking this quite literally here in Kansas City. Last year we worked with a local blacksmith who has made some tools for us that I can show off to you today. And the first is this gardening trowel. And you can see here where it's still part of the barrel of a what used to be a firearm.
Yep.
And then I also have, he made a bottle opener for us as well. So the possibilities really are endless. I have one other thing I can show you are the earrings that I'm wearing today, which were not made in Kansas City, but were made from a dismantled firearm.
How many artists do you have putting together this stuff?
Last year we just worked with the one blacksmith, but this year we actually have an artist interest form that we've been sharing around and have probably 9 individuals who have filled that out so far, who are interested in working with the scrap material that we end up with from these firearms.
Real quick, back to the process real quick.
Yeah.
When you say people bring their unloaded firearms, do they bring them to Central Presbyterian?
Yes.
Okay, where are you guys located?
We will be hosting this event in our parking lot
in your parking lot.
3501 Campbell Street.
So where's that? What's the intersection? Campbell and what?
Campbell and 35th.
Campbell and 35th.
Yes.
35th and Campbell.
We're in Hyde Park.
Hyde Park. 35th and Campbell, Hyde
to
Park.
know.
Got it.
Yes.
And speaking of last year, you know, how was that turnout?
We dismantled 81 firearms last year.
How many?
81.
81.
That's right.
Wow. And how many pieces of art, do you have any idea like how many pieces of art came out of that? Or
We're that is still to be determined.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, you can't see, I know those of you at home, you can't tell, but I mean, this is really heavy.
Yeah.
It is really heavy. I mean, it's going to last a long time. So that's really cool.
Wow.
So tell us about some of the support that that you work for. You know, how can people support you if they don't have a gun?
Yeah, so we are still and always taking monetary donations for this event. One of the things that we do as a thank you for those who are surrendering their unwanted firearms is give out a grocery store gift card to a local grocery store, primarily Price Chopper and Aldi. So depending on the style and how many firearms someone brings to surrender, we will determine the gift card amount. So and we're purchasing thousands of dollars worth of grocery store gift cards for this event. So we'll take those donations. We're all set on volunteers for this year because, of course, the event is happening tomorrow.
Sure.
But we plan to make this an annual thing, and so if there are people interested in volunteering, then we would love to hear from them too.
And you just have to show up. No sign up ahead of time, nothing like that. Just drive through, or what should people know for tomorrow's event?
Just drive through. They can just show up, and like you mentioned before, this is completely anonymous.
Yeah.
There won't be media present tomorrow during the event. We have unarmed security who will be present, who are trained in de-escalation to help if something were to happen. But while the police department knows that we are hosting this event on our property, they are not invited either. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, good to be here.
Have a great day. Collect a lot of firearms. We'll make a lot of tools out of them, too.
I know. It's
yes. Hopefully I'll have more to show you next time.
That'll be awesome. Reverend Wells, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. All right, all that information is there on your screen. Again, take a quick picture of it, but you can also find it online as well. Again, Guns to Gardens happening tomorrow. And we'll be right back after a quick break.